wasn't going to start the new vlog today because I haven't set up anything on YouTube. I don't have a banner for the new account. I don't have a picture. I got nothing. But I had to start today because it's just been such a crazy 24 hours. Last night, I should start this way. I should say that this new vlog is because it occurred to me, just hang out with me, buddy, you're fine. It occurred to me that I'm working on all these cool projects, and rather than just, months from now say, here's my new stuff, it could be cool to just invite anyone who wants to watch the process unfold. I've got 4 cool projects. I'm working on this really exciting new musical. I'm working on a horror poem. I'm working on my YouTube series, American Popular Song Today, and I'm working on my magnum opus. And every day I'm working on at least 1 or 2 of those projects. And it could be neat to see, oh, today I struggled with this rhyme, this couplet, I couldn't figure it out, I tried this, I tried that, and that was no good because, but I ended up liking this because, and, I just thought that might be interesting. I find it interesting, maybe somebody else will. But anyway, I had to start the vlog today because last night, 12:30 in the morning, I said, I gotta let Teddy out one more time. This is Teddy. And we have a long backyard. It's all fenced in, and we can't see at the end because it's total darkness out there. Near the house, there's some light, but by the back, there's nothing to see. And from time to time, if Teddy hears something or sees something, he will go dashing towards it into the darkness, barking his head off, and we have no idea what he's chasing, no idea. And he's pretty small. This is Teddy's size. He's pretty small, so the odds that his foe will be formidable are pretty significant. But he's fearless and he goes for it anyway, notwithstanding that there's a chance he will lose whatever, you can go, yeah, that's fine. Notwithstanding that he might, lose whatever fight he starts. And there's not much we can do about that, which is frustrating. But he usually goes into the darkness barking and he scares off a deer or a shadow or whatever it is. Last night, he goes barking into the darkness per norm, but for the first time ever, I hear he starts squealing like he's been hurt. And I'm panicking, what's wrong with Teddy? I grab the flashlight and turn it on to take a look and head out there. And by the time I do that, he's already coming back, he's fine, his tail is not wagging, but he's not limping. So I think, okay, good, he's alive and he hasn't been wounded too seriously. But I look at him and there's some coloring on his side. I don't know what it is. I get him inside. We have a little mud room. I get him into the mud room and I notice that on his side is this discoloration. It's like he's been skunked. A skunk has skunked him with its skunk stuff and it reeked like nothing I've ever smelled. So I took him into that, and it doesn't smell like skunk when you're driving on the road and you're like, oh, that's the skunk. It's different because it's so concentrated. Anyway, so I get him into the house, and some people have since said, oh, why'd you bring the dog in the house? Because it was 12:30 in the morning. I'm not just going to leave Teddy out in the backyard at 12:30 in the morning. First of all, he can't be barking out there if he sees something else. The neighbors won't like that. But also, it's just too late to just let Teddy be out there for who knows how long. So I bring him in and directly into the bathroom, into the bathtub, where I give him a shampoo, real quick, immediately shampoo him and wash him. And then while he's still in the tub, I check my phone, what do you do about skunk smell? I probably should have done it in reverse, but it was panic mode. And then I saw, and I thought myself that baking soda usually takes smells out, and you're probably not going to hurt Teddy with baking soda. So I took some baking soda, just kind of patted it on him in the general area and then washed it off. Then I read that you're actually supposed to take some dish soap and baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, which luckily we had. And I went and got all that, and I concocted a little concoction in a Pyrex cup, and I washed Teddy a second time, not counting the baking soda wash, a second time, and then washed all that out with shampoo a third time, and miraculously Teddy doesn't smell. But the house does. The house smelled so bad, the downstairs, everything, it was just horrible. And it was so late, by now it's already 1, and also I realized my wife is traveling for a review course for her board exams, and she took her hair dryer, which we usually use to dry Teddy after the bath. So I'm towel drying Teddy as best as I can. He's cold, I'm trying to hold him, but also afraid of getting smell. It's a whole problem. And light all the scented candles, I open the windows and so on. Whatever, it was up till 4 a.m. with this nonsense. I wake, and in the result is Teddy smells fine. The downstairs is beginning to air out, but the bathroom where I washed him continues to be like a murder scene. I don't know. But I'm washing the bath mats and scrubbed things, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, back to the point of the vlog now that 5 minutes have elapsed. So every day I'm working on some stuff, and I just thought that I would share what I worked on today. I worked on piece 2 of my projects. First, I worked on a piece for the new musical, which I can't tell you too much about, but I will, when I can. In the meantime, I'm working on this tune for 2 teenagers to sing when one of them is unhappy and the other one is like, everything will get better if you work at it, right? You don't just kind of wait around for things to get better, but you have to give it time, and if you put in the work, then things will get better. And so the tune is something like, let me just see what the lyric is. Yeah, so I've got it. It goes, well, the world will come the world will come at you with no reason or rhyme. It's a hard road to hoe, I know, and I'm convinced that let's see, try it again. This is how it goes when it's not done. Convinced, at best, it's an uphill climb. Right. So it's I have the lyric. Usually I have my lyrics on my iPad, but my wife took the iPad, so now I'm using her computer, which is over there, not near the keyboard. Makes everything a little more difficult. Right, so this is what I got so far today. Well, the world will come at you with no reason or rhyme. It's a hard road to hoe, I know, and I'm convinced at best it's an uphill climb. But it's gonna get better, just a matter of time. Fine. So this is that bit. I spent some time today thinking, is this A, kind of too fluffy, not cool enough or edgy enough? It is the opposite of cool, but it is fun, right? Classic Matt, this is just like every third song I write. I know, but whatever, I like it. Then I thought, is this too much like Good Morning not Good Morning Baltimore, but You Can't Stop the Beat from Hairspray? You can't stop the motion of the ocean. And so I spent some time, I was like, well, no, because that song, the chords go like this. Or, for the musicians, 1, 4, 1, 5. And I've switched it a little bit. It's 4, 1, 5, 1. So that doesn't mean it doesn't sound like some other song or just, generic. But I also think it's fun, it's cool, and maybe it doesn't sound all that generic. What I love about it, and this was like the crowning achievement of my day, was the rhyme scheme. I wrote these lyrics, which are draft lyrics. Maybe they're not going to stay, maybe they will. And I write, the world will come at you with no reason or rhyme. Fine, rhyme is the end sound. The world will come at you with no reason or rhyme. It's a hard road to hoe, I know. Gotta close my low power mode notice. It's a hard road to hoe, I know. And I'm convinced, that's the next line, convinced, but I've got now rhyme and I'm, and those have different spellings on the I'm sound, right? R-H-Y-M-E for rhyme versus I''M, so we get the same sound with different spellings. It's very satisfying. And I continue that into the third line with yet another spelling of the I'm sound. It's a hard road to hoe, I know, and I'm convinced at best it's an uphill climb. Climb, I-M-B, is another spelling on the I'm sound, and that was super satisfying to me. And then it ends with, but it's gonna get better, just a matter of time. And time, I-M-E, is another rhyming sound. So we got rhyme, I'm, climb, and time. 4 sounds, 4 words, same sound, 4 different spellings for the same sound. And I think that makes it really satisfying. So what I have is that bit that I came up with today. The world will come at you with no reason or rhyme. It's a hard road to hoe. And I also thought originally it was going to be a hard road to hoe. Da, da, da. And then I thought that high note, da, 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 you've got to save that for the third quadrant of the chorus. And so there's the first quadrant, the second quadrant, and the third gets a little different. Then we bring it back for the final one. So that where that high note was going to come was another decision that had to get made today. And then the other kid is really into science. I won't say more than that, but then it just popped into my head, well, the song's all about time. And this guy is probably So I wrote this line, time is the construct of the conscious mind. And I thought, okay, that's not so amazing because it's not a true rhyme. You have mind, and at the end, I was going to use this over the same music. Well, time is a conscience, time is a what? Time is a product? Construct, better word. Time is a construct of the conscious mind. Okay, the mind, if I'm going towards time, then I'm not going to do it. But I thought it's fine to do that if I make 3 of the D sounds at the end. So I ended up doing some research on time, what physics has learned about time and relativity, and not that I know much about it, but a few YouTube videos can make an expert of anybody. And so I ended up writing, time is a construct of the conscious mind, and we experience the 4th dimension intertwined. So I have again different spellings. Mind intertwined, M-I-N-D, and then I-N-E-D. Intertwined with our speed in space, but with our hearts aligned, it's going to get better. So I say like, oh, time is not what you say it is, but as long as our hearts are aligned, then yes, things will get better. And so I also snuck in that 3rd spelling of the IND sound. Mind, intertwined, aligned, I-G-N-E-D. So I was pretty proud of that. I don't know if those lyrics will stay. I don't know if the song will stay. But it was some good progress, for today. Oh, and also I realized the kid is not going to say it only gets better with a matter of time. I'm not going to go for that slant rhyme on the last one. I'll continue with the IND sound by throwing it over to the other character who will say, and you're going to find, and then it's a repeated spelling, but it's fine. So I've got, time is a construct of the conscious mind, and we experience the 4th dimension, and we experience the 4th dimension intertwined. With our speed in space, but with our hearts aligned, it's gonna get better. And then she says, and you'll find, or something like that, find. Then she goes into her chorus, which is the one I sang before. Well, the world will come at you with no reason or rhyme. It's a hard road to hoe. Something like that, it's not really done. But that's what I have. I have like a snippet. Now I was working on the verse, and I thought, the verse will come up to here. And then I started running into melodies that sounded like Dear Evan Hansen. There's this one I came up with. That was going to happen. But that interval and those notes in that happen in a song called Disappear from Dear Evan Hansen. So I've got to stay clear of that because I don't want to copy. I don't want people to hear my song and think, oh, isn't that just like Dear Evan Hansen? No, so I gotta avoid that. But that was gonna happen. So now I'm like, oh, can I go? Let's do that instead. This doesn't make much sense, but like tomorrow it'll make more sense when I write more. But that's what I have. I have this little snippet. Anyway, so I did some work on this. I worked on another tune from this. It's like downloading lots of files. They're all kind of going slowly, but eventually they all get done. And if you're desperate, you can pause all the other ones and make the one finish faster, but I'm not desperate yet, so I let them sort of go at their own pace. And then I also worked on my horror poem, which I didn't work too much on it today. I worked more on these songs, but I worked, there's the second couplet in the whole thing is one that I just cannot get right, and I have worked on it and rewritten it and rewritten it and rewritten it, and I must have rewritten that second couplet like 100 times, no exaggeration, and just like cannot quite get it right. But I will. And since it's not right yet, there'll be another chance to talk about it when I do get it right, or when I work on it again. So I think that's enough for today's vlog. Obviously, I am figuring this out as I go, and I don't know if anyone will enjoy, but I hope you do and enjoy, insight into what I'm doing and my process. And like this song is going to turn into a song. Like it'll be a great song, I think. It'll be really good. It'll be fun. This is going to be the 3rd song in the show. The first 2 are much edgier. So this would create a little levity, I think. I think that's good. But it's not done. But, if you follow what I'm doing, then it will be. All right, I have no farewell tagline as of yet, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.